It'd be funny if we just started the show screaming at each other about it.
Gary's a fraud.
Wow.
You should have heard all the stuff he told. He broke all. He sold us all, or he gave us all of your personal data.
Yep.
Just because we were going to talk about the data breach with DoorDash, and then he's like, "Why? I got data. Let's just give it out."
Yeah. Sell it to everybody.
Just kidding, everybody. By the way, to everybody, before I get into this, we are running. I think everybody's running a dual stream. Cheyenne did it last week, and I didn't know how she did it. Now I've got it all set up so that I think automatically all of us did. So we have a vertical and a horizontal. I know that I am a mod on the Rideshare Guy for Show Me the Money Club, and I know that people were complaining about the split because the comments weren't in one, but we do have this. If you're seeing, the comments are all being brought in, and I made a taller zone where they'll be brought in. So at least you guys can see if other people are making. I don't know if those comments from the verticals come over to here, though. That's the only thing I did not try.
Well, I'm looking at the vertical now, and I see the comments.
Okay.
They need to be moved up just a little bit, but they're there.
Yeah. So, so there's, instead of 3 channel streams going on Kim's, Cheyenne's, and mine, there are 6 on this 3 channels. So pick your poison.
And if you're watching mobile and it's vertical, it's best if you just full screen it, and then it'll look better.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, we got a great panel. We got Kim pre-Thanksgiving. And that we knew that could happen, but we didn't know it. How many trees do you have up, Kim?
3.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What is up with the 3? Like, I never understood. Do they battle?
No, they're just in different parts of my house.
Is there like one in each room?
I have one in my living room, which is my main tree, and then I have a skinny tree in my hallway, and then I actually have one in my bedroom.
Okay. Cool. Are we counting all trees, like little trees, like a bonsai tree?
No, okay. Like they're full-size trees.
Like full-size tree. You got a full-size tree in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Y'all role play.
Kim just gave away a secret that she lives in a mansion. Or outside in a tent. I don't know.
How would a tree fit in a tent?
Well, you can just pretend like this is all your house and the whole woods, and whoa, look at that.
I'm only going to have one tree. I'm not even going to cut it down. I'm just going to go out on the property and decorate it.
Last year, before I had Max and I used to go and saw down trees together. We used to drive up to Winter Park. You could do it here too, but it was more fun to go up into the mountains. And we would saw him down when he was younger. Last year, he came home from work before he was off to college, and he dropped he came in with he knows I hate him. Never had one in my life. He brings a fake tree in from Walgreens, and he throws it on the floor. He's like, "Let's not deal with all that crap." I was like, "Huh? What do you mean?
You better get this fake tree out of my house."
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll be honest, we actually used it last year. And I told him that's the last year. He goes, "No, it's going to be in the garage." I said, "That is the last year for sure." We're done. But we got Gary here. We got Tom here. And we got Cheyenne here. And one thing I want to say too before we jump in here to anything is that Gary talked to, I know a lot of you guys saw the video I did with the co-op here in Colorado. The podcast with Sean, the board president for the rideshare co-op here in Colorado. And Gary met with him because after our meeting, Sean and I have now talked a few times, but we stayed on that podcast stream after it ended for about another 40 minutes. I don't know, talking about Gary. And literally I was thinking, because he was basically, I don't know what you guys got to, but he was basically saying all the things that I knew where to go with it. He was like, like he knew a little about your app. So I was like, I mean, why not just have the app, Gary's features in the app? So I don't know if that's some of what you guys discussed, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, we had a conversation. I don't want to throw out what we talked about because they got board members and stuff that have to approve.
But it went good, right?
Yeah, it went really well. We had a great conversation.
Okay, cool. Because guys, this could be really cool. We all trust Gary. This would be really cool this thing is starting off very slow, but it does have some business.
Oh, and I actually do have an update real quick on my rideshare law. I actually have another meeting with, I think she's the House rep that does the transportation sector. And that's going to be coming probably December 16th, I think.
Yeah. Awesome, dude. Awesome. For me, I'm at this point after the shutdown, I was like thinking, maybe any other people that want to submit something before the new year, but in January when things are slow, definitely.
Yeah,
because everybody got way behind in the shutdown. I don't feel like I want to submit anything new. We've submitted a handful of states. We're good. I had asked Kim if she wanted to run with either of these stories. She said she hadn't seen them yet, so no problem, because she will do Gary's story because Gary doesn't know anything about tech.
Works for everybody.
I said, how do I know this? And Gary doesn't.
Well, but like I read the story. Here's the thing. I did read the story, but it was so dumb that it's not even really a story.
It is, though, because of the lies. I don't know where Kim might go with it, but because of the lies. It's what you guys know me. It's what I always equate DoorDash to. But Kim, what do you know about the story? It's not a long. We don't have to draw it out, but
no, it's not a long story. Short. So there was a data breach. I want to say it was October 25th, somewhere around there. And then DoorDash didn't report it until I can't remember the dates. I think it was November 11th through the 13th. I believe they started sending out notifications to everybody that it was affected. No severe stuff was leaked. It was just your name, address, telephone number, email, I believe.
Physical address, yeah.
Yeah, but nothing.
No, I don't think there was any physical addresses.
There was.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there was.
I didn't hear no sensitive.
Because Gary, here's the problem. You might be reading one of two articles. So when Kim said the 11th or the 13th or whatever that was this month, where they finally caught up with it, the first thing that came out was a statement that said, DoorDash, okay, this happened and there's no fraud though, and this and this and this didn't happen. 2 days later, they said, well, there was fraud and this and this did happen. So this is where the story becomes a little problematic because the story changed as they got caught more. And
go ahead,
Kim.
I'll comment after you finish the whole story.
It's all good. So what happened was that somehow these hackers got in because an employee clicked on a wrong link, or they did something that allowed them into their systems, which is how it got hacked in the first place. But as soon as it got hacked, which is why they sent out an email, is people were starting to receive robocalls and stuff like that. But it's an issue for Dashers because there were some Dashers whose data got leaked, but now they have access to calling you as fake support. As we know, these scams always happen because they now have your phone number, they have your email address, they have ways of now really contacting you pretending to be support. So just be careful, guys. Don't click on any links. The newest scam that's out there is they send you a text message saying click on this link to verify your identity, and as soon as you click that link, they have access to your account. So just be careful of text messages, any fake calls. Don't be fooled by some of these scams that are going on.
Don't be a DoorDash employee.
No, but Kim's right. All the other times when this scam happens, they call you and they say, I'm a DoorDash agent. You're on a thing. And that we know about that old scam. And every time the news says it, it's still a new scam. But it's not. It's the same old one.
Here's what I don't get is, okay, you work for DoorDash. You got enough clearance that you can access the database of millions and millions of customers. How are you dumb enough to fall for a social engineering scam? At what point does it not register in your head that, you know what, Tom does not work for tech support? I
don't know, dude. Here's what I would say. And I would actually mix the pot of IQ levels of the people onboarding to the app and say it's a mix of them. The first 20 days you're on the app, or 10 days or whatever, you're a lot more likely to fall for a scam like this.
No, I'm not talking about drivers. I'm talking about the engineer.
Oh, you're talking about why it got done?
Yeah, how it got done. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about drivers. I understand some drivers are new. They don't understand.
Well,
I'm talking about the actual engineer that they actually, that's how they got in, is they got in through an engineer that works at DoorDash that fell for a social engineering scam.
Well, maybe, and just maybe, I always say this, I'm like, what Dasher really falls for, these fake support calls, but they sound convincing because they threaten Dashers. Like, if you don't do this, you're going to be deactivated. Or if you don't do this, like, there's always a threat behind it. So maybe the same thing kind of happened to the engineer, like they were threatening in some way. And then like, oh, wow, I better do it because if not, I'll lose my job. Or maybe they sound convincing.
Every company I've ever worked for, when tech support calls you, they always have to give you a 6-digit number to access any secure information. They have to give that to you. Like even now, like for example, when my bank calls me, they have to give me a 6-digit number that I have to enter into my app for them to access my business account. It's if they don't give that to me, there's no access for them at all.
Right, like a temp pin or code.
Right, like a temp pin or code. And so I would think that a multi-billion-dollar company, million-dollar company would have some type of security in place besides, hey, yeah, this is Bob from tech support. Can you give me that PIN number I just sent you?
Dude, the best part of everything said so far in this was Gary going million. The billion that they're worth is getting so low. It's like, oh, we can't say that anymore. Okay. So some of you guys might remember this story. We talked about it, and I just want to roll through it quick because this is the first time in the world, even the UK, nobody did this. And it's not the biggest in the world, but it definitely will set some precedents that New Zealand 2 years ago passed. I think they go backwards. Their lower court their upper court to their lower court, or maybe not, but whichever court decided 2 years ago to make all Uber drivers and now delivery drivers too W-2 employees, or whatever they call a W-2 over in New Zealand. Like you have to be in employment. You have to get like I had all the different things you get time off for, like crazy stuff that a lot of countries provide that we don't. Here's where it was. Oh, and also because they say because their economy is going through fragmentation. These are their words of saying like independent contractor and stuff and globalization, and they wanted everybody to be able to so first union members, full employment rights, including restitution for historic underpayment of wages, and then they get like time off for vacation. You get time off for having a baby. And this is all paid. So this is going to be. I mean, I know again. Actually, Gary and I happen to know through the Gig Economy podcast, Janice, who actually lives in New Zealand and does Uber. So we do know somebody over there. But this is going to be interesting. I know they don't have the amount we do, but the whole country went with it. And it was due to these 4 guys. And now anybody that wants it just gets it. Seems like a pretty basic system, but the problem is, this is something that I don't think any of us want to see in any market.
How are they affording this?
I was going to say, who's footing the bill for it?
Again, I think that we're dealing. Has anybody ever been to New Zealand? It's one of the places I've never been in my life. I've traveled to do production, but I've never been there.
Never been there.
So, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that it's not quite like Australia, where Australia has a lot of big cities. Even their big cities aren't as big as like even Australia's. It's I don't know. The city populations, everything. I don't think they have a ton of gig workers. I'm just being honest. I don't think they have.
New Zealand does actually. Yes, they do.
It does. Okay.
Yeah, I have users from New Zealand and Australia.
I knew you did from Australia. Okay, so
yeah.
But it's not close to Australia.
Yeah, well, no, but that's funny because whenever I talk to my Australia people, they make fun of New Zealand. New Zealand people make fun of Australians. It's great talking to all of them.
Yeah,
but yeah, I actually had New Zealand users before I had Australian users.
Okay, so you'll be able to see. You should know, and I know you are not. I know you know all your customers, but I know that you're in contact with some too. And I'll reach out to Janet too, because I got her email, and I'm just interested because now it took 2 years to get it to this other court, and it was November 17th. So what was that, Monday? Monday it passed the other court, so now it's done. They don't have like we do either. They do at the end of a passage session or something. So in like 2.5 weeks, this goes live, not January 20th or something like we might do. But once the other court passed it, it's real. So, and it's not one of these hybrids. It's not this, that, the other. It is a W-2. This is a job now. You have to get the job. You have to have hours. I don't know how they'll do it.
Yeah, that's what I was curious
in
about.
2019.
Go ahead.
Sorry, what did you say?
Go ahead, Shane.
In 2019, they had 6,500 drivers, but they don't have anything updated from then that I can find.
Canadian internet.
So I'm really wondering, how are they affording? How are they affording paid maternity leave and all that kind of stuff?
Well, it's good. The company's gonna have to pay for that. I mean,
yeah, where they can
Yeah, I mean they got to pay their health care. Well, I mean, I guess healthcare comes.
Wait, Cheyenne, you said that there's only 6,000 drivers. Is that what you're saying?
That was in 2019. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not current, but
no, it's not current.
I guess it's not that far off either. I mean, like New Zealand doesn't grow like our country every year. New Zealand's kind of got its population, and that's it.
Well, I'm thinking from like a business standpoint, like 6,000 drivers opposed to I'm thinking like US with millions of drivers. Like that's kind of a different. I mean, I'm not saying it's not expensive. It is, but to pay 6,000 versus millions, I think they're like, whatever.
But the thing is, even if it's 6,000 versus millions, the money, it's still in proportion of how much money they're getting, right? So in the States, yeah, it's millions, but there's also millions and millions of people that are using these services. Versus over there, there's 6,500, but I'm sure it's we'd have to see what the proportion is. But I'm more just wondering, how are they able to afford all of these extra services or extra benefits that they're giving these people?
Reducing.
Okay, I found that Uber reported 11,000 drivers as of November 2025. That's what Uber reported. And
11.
so, and now that doesn't include the ones that only do Diddy or Ola or Zoomy or whatever other rideshare apps they have over there. But I mean, I would speculate that all the money is still going to roll up from the customers. Add on $1 per ride, there's your money.
Yeah.
So do you really think that they're going to pay for it? It's going to come from somewhere, but it's not going to come from the company.
The company's never going to eat that. I mean, even here, like when we have NYC laws and Seattle laws and things like that, all they do is add on another line to the customer. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They roll it over.
Except for this one's Uber's already been through every channel. They've objected this. They've fought this between the courts. They fought it in the first court. They fought it this is a loss now. It's done. It's the nails in it though. This isn't a normal bring a bag of cash to New Zealand quick.
So I'm just curious how they're going to do the actual rides though, because
wait, I found it. Here's everything that you will get now. So as a worker of Uber, now you will get a minimum wage. You have to make that per hour. Minimum hours of work. Not sure what that means. Rest and meal breaks, holidays, parental leave, domestic violence leave, bereavement leave, and the ability to pursue a personal grievance.
Okay, so that's not saying that they're going to be W-2 though. That's just saying that.
Well, no, this is
they have to pay them a certain wage for the hours.
This is actually the labor law of what if it's not, it might not be it probably isn't W-2 there. Whatever an employee of New Zealand or in New Zealand is, this is what they get.
Right.
This is what they get that never could Uber touch. Now it's attached to the actual definition from New Zealand.
So do tips go away, or do they still get tips too? Or does New Zealand doesn't believe in tipping culture?
I don't think they tip down there. I don't believe. I know whenever I talked to some of my Australian friends a while back, and I haven't asked them recently, they said some people tip and some do not, but it's not customary to want the tip. You know what I mean?
Right, but I think even you should check with your people. But I think even in most of those countries, there's the allowance to do so.
Well, yeah, they're allowed to.
Because like if I travel to Australia,
for a long time though, they didn't even have that option in the apps itself. You couldn't. It was either cash or nothing for a long time, and then they finally got tipping in the app, and
Right.
and everybody was like, "Why we don't do tips?"
Right. So here's my thought. If they did, they're going to remove it for sure. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, that just depends because it says that they read that line again. It's not something that the company has to pay. They just have to earn that amount, right? So it's like a guaranteed amount. So all they got to do is pay the difference. So
Right.
if their amount's $15 an hour and a driver makes $13 an hour, company only has to kick in $2 extra an hour.
However, company now has to pay a lot more to the drivers. A lot when it's all this crap's added up.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
mean-
going to add up a lot. You know, when you add on the healthcare and the
Rest and meal breaks. What the hell's that?
30-minute break, just like a job.
Just like
I
labor
know,
laws.
but like you're paid to sit at the
Yeah.
park and eat lunch, isn't it?
But see,
yes,
here's
I
the
gotta
thing.
get that contract report.
Australia already has, and I know Australia and New Zealand's two different countries, but Australia has already had a whole bunch of rideshare laws.
Oh,
Like-
sure.
like they're way different than up here.
This is the first one of
Yeah.
this though. This
Right,
is
and so
different.
I wouldn't. It doesn't surprise me that New Zealand passed something like this. Is what I'm saying, because Australia already has something similar as well.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, you guys, we are gonna move into and put a rest to this. Is her last name Henderson? Olivia Henderson, is that right? Somebody was using like an L name too. Did you see
An
that, or
L
is that
name?
her? It was like Lila.
Oh,
Olivia
yeah.
Henderson. I don't, is that her whole name, or what is
No,
that?
it's her TikTok name. So
Oh,
like
okay.
Olivia
So-
Henderson is her real name, but her name on TikTok is whatever it was, Bell.
So you guys, I'm going to drop a background here, and we're going to listen to a 2-minute, 20-second clip. I found the original clip. Now this clip is from her after it happened on her second strike of TikTok, putting this video I'm about to play up. Now I had to dig to find, but this is the video, and she's whining. This is about a month ago. And then we'll walk you through the timeline because I think this is important to watch. Most people haven't seen it, so let me show you what's up here.
3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a Doordash customer while I was doing my job as a Doordash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the Doordash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to Doordash, and Doordash did ban the customer, and then 2 days later, Doordash banned me. which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting, because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. So what? You're gonna take down my videos and give me strikes and just expect me to be like, oh, I just better shut up. I just better sit here and be quiet. I just better not say anything else. I've lost my job, my only way to pay my bills and make a living. I've also gotten assaulted, and the police are doing nothing to help me. So let me just shut up. You know, the videos got taken down. Nobody has to know what happened to me. No, I'm going to keep telling my story. Like, this is the only justice I'm getting, is exposing this man and having posted that video and it has gone viral. Like, now he can live with shame and embarrassment if people have seen it and knows who he is or where he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one being punished. He's not getting in trouble with the police. He didn't lose his job if he has one. Like, what's going on with him? Why am I getting fired? Why are my videos getting taken down? And why am I getting strikes? Like, I'm about to lose my account. I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim. Right? Is this making sense to any fucking body?
Okay, so I gotta take that.
Okay, you got to learn how to do this quicker.
Hey, hold
We're
on.
not here.
Dude.
We're not here. Hurry up. Hurry up. Come on. We're not
Stop,
here.
Stop.
We got an empty panel.
Where are we?
I'll put it back. So Cheyenne, that was the lead up, because I don't know exactly where into the story you were going to jump. Since then, a lot's happened. So let's see what. First of all,
lot has happened since.
wow.
Yeah. So this was a story that I think I spoke about it like 2 episodes ago. And yes, a lot has happened since then. Her account, yes, officially has been deactivated from DoorDash, and a lot of people started speculating as to the reason why it got deactivated, because she recorded the customer in their home without their consent. And I remember we had spoken about this when we brought up the topic. We were like, well, why did she record it and post it? That's just a big no-no when it comes to DoorDash. But, you know, she was saying she's a victim and all that kind of stuff. So in the end, on November 10th, she was arrested for recording and disseminating the videos, as we thought, because she recorded this person that was completely incapacitated and posted it onto TikTok. She was charged with 2 felonies, 2 e-felonies. She was charged with 1 count of unlawful surveillance in the 2nd degree and 1 count of disseminating of unlawful surveillance images in the 1st degree. She was released. She has an apparent, like they issued an appearance ticket for a future court date. But the thing that a lot of people, like lawyers, are talking about,
She bonded out
now.
Pretty heavy, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they're also saying because there is independent video that's related to the incident that has been collected and is being reviewed by the police, a lot of people are speculating that there is ring camera footage, because someone mentioned that originally, that there was ring camera footage and it showed that she actually opened the door. The door wasn't wide open. So it's not like she walked up to the door and the guy was just laying on his couch for her to see.
Which, before you go any
Supposedly,
farther,
there's
wait,
ring
here's
camera
something
footage.
very short. I just want to add, because there's a quick shot of what you just said, that she's saying. She makes it look like this is what happened. So I can play that. But, and again, this was one of her videos that some other guy took, but you got to see this, because what Cheyenne is saying about her opening the door is true, and that's the ring that they're looking for. But
Olivia Henderson, aka Doordash Girl, was arrested today and charged with 2 felony charges. And honestly, I'm not surprised by this. You cannot record somebody naked in their own home.
Yeah. And the police investigated, like the guy is cooperated and everything like that. And the police investigated. He was intoxicated. He was incapacitated and unconscious on his couch due to alcohol consumption.
You're muted, Steve.
I'd say way intoxicated too, because he even said, I ran bars. I know this intoxication level. The next day he said, somebody was like, well, why were your pants off? And he was like, I don't get drunk much. He goes, I don't actually know. He was like, I just got home from the bar.
So it's
Now
like,
I'm imagining the whole story. He got home from the bar. He's drunk, barely gets the key in the door. He's that kind of drunk. He orders food, takes his pants off, lays on his couch, and just goes down.
Yeah, completely passed it up. Completely passed
I'm
it
not
up.
saying it's right.
It's crazy because she's 23.
But we're not siding with her.
Like
I'm not with her at
23,
all.
and she's been arrested for something like this.
Here's my outlook on it. First off, if there's ring camera footage and she opened the door, I mean, first off, I'm not excusing her recording and posting at all. I'm not saying anything about that.
Really?
Well, yeah, I'm not excusing that from her. She should have never done that.
Right, because
she should have called the police.
But what everybody misses here
that.
too is what she claimed in that video, by the way, is that you have to do that for DoorDash. No, you have to take a picture, not a video.
Right. And so here's the thing though. If there's ring cameras showing that she opened the door, then yeah, I 100% blame her only. If there's not, and the door was already open, he should be prosecuted as well. Because drunk, not whatever, you cannot leave your door open and be naked. You just can't.
Why? It's your property.
No, you cannot.
Well, no,
it
you
doesn't
can't do
matter.
That, actually.
You cannot.
What if it's really hot? You don't have air conditioning.
It doesn't
What if
matter.
like a child's passing by?
Yeah, what if a child was walking by that dude's house and he's got his door open? My first thought, because I didn't know that there might be ring cameras footage, is maybe he got home, ordered food, seen it was a female, and was trying to get some. You know, that was my first thought. I was like, why would this dude be
You
creepy?
thought that
like
was
that?
like hot for him to take off his like track pants?
Well, you know,
you know.
Yeah, you know.
I get it, Gary.
And so that was my first thought is, why is he being a creeper? Because I mean, who orders food and then takes off their pants and lays on their couch in front of their door waiting for their dasher?
A drunk?
Like that, I don't care. A perverted drunk. That's who. I've never ordered food, even drunk.
Dude,
even blackout drunk,
and
been naked on my couch waiting for somebody to deliver it.
Let me put something into perspective here. When I was in high school, there were these two brothers, Steve Latimer and his older brother. I can't remember the number. They were both from they were like half Indian, half Eskimo from a part of Alaska, but they lived in Michigan. They lived with another family. I knew them very well. They got drunk all the time in high school. Steve Latterman happened to, and this is all public record. He didn't get away with it, so I'm not turning anybody in. But he broke into the his ex-girlfriend's house that he had been broke up with for 2 days, went down to their basement where their pool table or whatever was, stripped dead naked, and laid on his back and passed out on the pool table. The dad came down, and the police call was, there's a drunk Eskimo on my pool table.
Yeah, he should go to jail.
The point is, dude, people drunk do dumb things.
Just because they do it doesn't excuse them.
But here's my thing with all this, though. If she was assaulted or felt threatened in any way, don't you think you would bolt out of there and then call 911 opposed to stand there and take pictures and videos of what's happening? No, like, I'm out. Like, if that ever happens to me, I'm not even turning around.
I'm just calling the cops. Yeah, if I walk up and some dude's naked on his couch, I'm calling the cops.
I guarantee that the cop. I hear what you're saying, Gary. If what I just showed were all the footage and that's it, and it shouldn't have been video, but that's one thing. But I honestly think that's footage after she opened the door.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not excusing what she did at all. Right. No, 100%. If she should, for taking video and posting it, she should have consequences. I'm just saying we shouldn't bypass him because he was drunk.
Okay, but looks a little guilty going into jail.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
You don't have anything better to do, you dumb fuck.
Again, that's fine. her charges are her charges. I'm not saying that she shouldn't be charged. I'm just saying we shouldn't bypass the fact that he ordered food. His door wasn't shut all the way, whether it's cracked open or whatever. He got drunk naked on this thing. If a kid would have walked by on that thing and seen that, come on.
So again, they have a Ring camera footage. This is very short, but here's just a few of the people playing out what she did, because the Ring camera footage said the door was closed, guys.
Leave the food by the door. No, I'm going in. I am the victim! I am the victim! I am the victim!
Leave the food on the door? Nah, I'm going in now. I am the victim! I am the victim! I am the victim!
Sir, I have your DoorDash. Oh! Ew! What the fuck? Ew! I'm a victim! I'm a victim!
Leave food on the door. I am insane! I am insane! I am insane!
Leave the food on the door. No, I'm going in now.
So out of all those AI videos, by the way, all of those were AI videos.
I don't care. They're hilarious.
So out of all of them, the only one that would even have a substantial claim to that was the one where the door was wide open. Everybody else opened the door. But if you walk up and the door's wide open, they're naked on a couch, that's just wrong.
I mean, they did arrest
that's like
her.
the days
They've done this
when
quickly now since it's all leaked, and I mean they've charged her with 2 crimes. So I gotta say, like you said, if there were a way for the police to go, dude, you're in this too. You were naked and your door was open. I feel like they would have him in custody as well.
Yeah, they would have. They cleared him. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So now, what's the ending to this story, Cheyenne? Because from when I first was talking to Cheyenne on WhatsApp about it, it was that she could just serve 2 4-year sentences. I heard today that she probably won't do any time in jail, and she needs to do something.
Well, she's going back on December 4th. That's when her court date is. And I guess we'll find out around then what's going to happen. But for now, she's out on bail.
I mean, you guys, I know some people want TikTok fame, but I know that, I've seen the comments in these videos, and some people are like, well, what's wrong with that? And then people are battling, and it's like, I can see some Dashers habits in the comments. I'm like, even if you wouldn't do that, I feel like you'd do really weird stuff. There's a lot of people that I'm like, whoa.
The reason also why this video blew up so much at the beginning is because everybody believed her. When she first, because I remember the first video that I saw from her, I sent it to you and I was like, oh my goodness, look what happened to this girl. And then I started digging into the videos more and I'm like, wait a second. Her first video was like, I just got essayed. And the one that she posted, that wasn't even the first one. Then there was the video that you just showed. And then after that, there was the video of her explaining that she posted it and what DoorDash is saying. And I was like, whoa, wait, hold on. There's some holes in this story. And from there, everyone was canceling their DoorDash accounts and canceling their that membership that they have and all that kind of stuff. And they were going on the DoorDash TikTok and putting negative comments. And then DoorDash had to make a statement, which they don't do that, but they actually made a statement on their TikTok and spoke about it and said that, it's not right for any Dasher to be in serious harm or anything like that. However, the reason why she was deactivated was because she shared the customer's private pictures and also his information. Because I think in one of her videos, you could see his name, his address, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So that's why they deactivated her. But then the story started coming out more and everyone's like, wait, we were all fighting for you and rocking with you and everything like that. And now this is what you really did. So that's why now everyone's making these funny videos because, no one's taking it seriously anymore.
Tom, what do you think?
I hear a lot of what Gary's saying in that creeps are creeps. I only did food delivery for a week, and I got flashed by 2 girls and a guy in 1 week. And I'm like, is this really a thing? And apparently it's a thing. It's just a thing.
I'm telling you, it's strange.
It's swinger. It's the way to swing in 2025.
It reminded me. It reminded me whenever I was a general manager at Papa John's for all those years, that my drivers would come back and tell me these crazy stories, and of course, I had male drivers, so I'm like, "Well, call the cops." They're like, "Nah, she was a good looking."
Yeah.
I'm like,
I don't know. Does anybody in the chats think?
But I mean, here's another thing. How many of us have been doing rideshare and had people try to do stuff in their back seat? I know I have. I've been kicked in the back of my head from some girl trying to climb on her guy, and I had to say, "Hey, stop!" And I pointed. I said, "I got a dash cam. I will put this on YouTube."
I've been punched in the face by a little girl. You know this.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't put, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. It doesn't surprise me that if he was trying to be a creep, it really doesn't.
Right.
Whether he failed at it or not, and I'm not saying what she did was right, because I still think what she did was wrong. But it would not surprise me. And like I said, we have video footage of hers. We have video footage of the jail. Where's this Ring camera footage?
With the cops. And when that does get released, what if the door was completely shut? Because I honestly am starting to think it was.
Well, see, I don't think it was. I think it would at least have been cracked.
Completely shut.
I would at least think it had to be a crack. She would not just open a door. I think it had to be at least a little bit cracked. She seen something through the crack and she pushed the door open.
Yeah,
that's what I think happened.
No,
I'm gonna stick by mine though, because a couple months ago I delivered to a hotel and it was handed to me, and I knocked and I waited. So then I called and said, "Hey, I'm here," and the guy's like, "Oh, I'll be right there." And he opened the door and nothing but a comforter wrapped around his waist, and I'm like, "Here you go," and I like literally bolted because I'm like,
right. See, that's not right either. They shouldn't do that.
No, like
it's
I just
creepy.
bolted. But I'm not standing there taking a picture. Like I'm not putting myself into more danger just because a guy comes wrapped.
Tim's like, "Hold on, I gotta take a picture for DoorDash."
I gotta take a picture.
Do you mind smiling, sir?
But that's not the first thing. I had a woman come to the door in nothing but a bra. I did an alcohol delivery where a guy came out in his robe and nothing else. Like, people are just weird, but I'm not sticking around to figure that out. I'm out. Bye.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm not going to get into a big discussion about what's abuse and what's not abuse, but we also got to keep moving in life too. There are idiot creeps out there. We can't. Can we solve all of them? No.
I don't know. I feel like she even had a past of weird TikTok stuff. I feel like she was just waiting for that something. It's like that guy who last year or the year before shot the other dude in a mall in Virginia.
I remember that. That was.
It's just like he didn't go to jail either. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
All the other dude did. I know he was a prankster. I know he's going to go after him, but all he did was like touch him. Before anything, dude looked like Bud Soda, and he backed up, pulled the gun out, like fired at him point blank. In a mall.
People are weird. They do weird things. I'll always say when you're delivering, especially handed to me, you expect the unexpected because you never know what's coming to the door, but also protect yourself at the same time. But don't stick around.
It's okay to report this stuff to the police. Just don't take video or pictures of it. If someone answers the door naked and makes you feel uncomfortable, call the cops.
Yeah.
And also,
but one lawyer was also saying one thing that she should have said that might have helped her was that she recorded for proof that it happened. But the fact that she posted it kind of throws it out the window.
Right.
But if they were like, "Oh, you shouldn't have even recorded," that's the thing. It's the fact that she put it on.
But if you're taking pictures to have evidence that this actually happened,
you don't go to TikTok, Facebook.
You don't go to TikTok and say, "Hey guys, look at what happened. I got assaulted." Like that's not.
Well, here's the thing: did she post a video before or after she was?
She posted the video before anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So she didn't call the cops or anything
She
until
didn't
after
call
she
the cops
posted
till
the
her
video.
TikTok account was in jeopardy.
Yeah. See that's looking for fame there. I
Right.
still
So
don't
she
think she
posted the
opened the
video,
door on her own.
and it was in the comments that people were like, "Oh,
Right.
you need to tell the cops about this." And she was saying that she didn't know if she should tell the cops at first because she knows that DoorDash has their own process, because she has like sent in claims for other things before and they have their own process. But once she realized that, you know, people were saying, no, you should go to the cops, that's when she called the cops about it.
Okay, anybody watching this, if you ever have to report something to any platform, doesn't matter what it is, also report it to the cops. Period. If you're sexually assaulted, physically assaulted, whatever, don't rely on DoorDash and them to do their internal stuff. No, call the cops.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you are posting it to social media, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
like,
and you're probably
just
going to go to
FYI.
jail too.
But I mean, like, also before we move on, this is now closed, done. Hopefully, she goes to jail, in my opinion. But let's not forget that even another story a couple of years ago we did on the roundtable, which was where a delivery person was laying the food down, got pulled in and dismembered.
Yeah.
You guys,
I remember
delivery's gotten up there with like the danger of rideshare, if not worse.
That's why you don't go in people's homes.
No, you lure them into your car. We'll go for a ride.
I got candy for you.
Tom, you giving out candy canes?
Oh man. So before we ended last week, Tom was going to talk a little bit about safety, and then an Uber teen thing came up from the Frisco case near Tom. So I wanted to see as we roll into the holidays too. It's always good for us to bring this up. I do have a little short. It's a minute 50 clip about Uber teen that I want to do after you talk a little safety, Tom. So if you, I don't know if you want to.
I'm intrigued. Yeah, go ahead and play it. You want to play it first?
Yeah, sure. So the Uber. So this is the case we talked about. This is Frisco. Again, there's Frisco in Colorado. There's one San Francisco in California. This is Texas, and this is the little girl who used Uber who went through Uber Health. Just so you guys know, you remember that story, and then we related it to Tom's story that Tom. We found out all of us were kind of shocked. Kim, you weren't here, but we were all shocked there was an Uber Health. I'd never been to their actual website.
No, Steve was shocked. We knew that there was an Uber Health.
I never knew it wasn't Uber.health like everything else. I never knew it was its own bullshit BS rig, you know? Like, I mean,
Wait, was that the video I sent you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that story was all over. But so here's what. Yeah, we'll just watch the start of this video. Tom can take us out of this. Watch.
Like my heart just sunk.
This mom's voice breaks as she remembers the moment she learned an Uber driver sexually assaulted her then 12-year-old.
You don't ever wish this. I'm your child.
To protect her child's privacy, she's not showing her face. But she had no problem showing it 2 weeks ago at the Collin County Courthouse, where both she and her daughter testified against Robert Johnson III.
The reason she's testifying is she doesn't want this to happen to anyone else.
The young girl was being treated for anxiety at a pediatric mental health facility in Frisco that used Uber Health to arrange rides.
I thought it was safe.
The 33-year-old driver was supposed to take her straight home, but instead, she told the jury he pulled over 2 different times, stopping the car in 2 different parking lots to assault her.
She was worried. He knew where we lived.
Arrested and then released, Johnson cut off his ankle monitor and disappeared. Collin County put out this Be on the Lookout bulletin. And 6 months later, he was arrested again at a McDonald's in Houston following a shootout with officers. Uber Health coordinates rides to and from medical appointments, but Uber's own policy states that minors are not allowed to ride alone.
Why did they have the policy?
Attorney Robert Greening represents the family.
We allege they had the policy because of all the statistics that they themselves have acknowledged and published.
While a recent New York Times investigation claims sealed court documents show Uber received more than 400,000 complaints of sexual assault or misconduct in the U.S. between 2017 and 2022.
That's an average of 1 every 8 minutes.
According to its own most recent.
Okay, you got to learn how to put us to the left of the screen when you play videos. Unmute yourself. See, unmute yourself.
I know, but I had it turned off the whole time. This happened on Rideshare Guy too when they did the split screen. I don't know what's up with this. What up, StreamYard? Pull it together.
So the shootout at the
I think it's a
McDonald's.
user issue.
The shootout at McDonald's was the McDonald's about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from my house.
Really?
Yeah, it's on my main street, if you will.
That's close.
So,
So,
yeah,
I mean, in here they're saying that, you know, like in this Uber health clause, you can't have a minor. Well, that's very confusing because some states are not allowing Uber teen anymore. Others are. You know, like a few have stopped letting it happen. So it's like, okay, well, in the Uber Health, you can't send a minor. You never were able to send a minor before. Now you are. And then we get back to like that language barrier thing, which I thought, you know, kind of also again related, Tom, is that some of these people with a language barrier are seeing in the app, oh, Uber teen, it's a bad decision, but they're seeing it's available. I can take an Uber teen ride. That's okay. The app allows me to. So if they see a teen on one of these Uber Health rides and they don't speak English very well, they don't know what's going on. They don't know this. They don't know there's a difference between this teen or that teen.
right. And there is, well, don't get me started on Uber teen. It's just so wrong in so many ways.
Well, we all know why they did it. It was money, and it was because they saw less people getting licenses. So yeah, I mean, but for so many years, till what, 2023, from 2009 to 2023, they paid drivers to cancel teenage rides for 14 years.
I still get paid for it.
Well, your state doesn't allow it.
Yes, it does.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Well, why would you get paid then?
Because I don't do it. I opt out.
He's saying that if he pulls up in an Uber X and it's a teen, he cancels and gets paid.
That's
Right,
right.
but if he opted out, he shouldn't even be seeing them.
Yes,
Well,
I
you-
should. Because
but if-
they lie. They
Exactly.
account or their mom's account, and they try to get a mic.
The old school way. Okay, so not an actual teen account.
No.
Yeah.
And when they do that, I get paid. So, you know, I've decided I don't care. I'll take the few bucks and the couple minutes of downtime. Works for me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was gonna say. Even if they got rid of Uber Teen, it wouldn't solve the issue because we've been dealing with teens, and I've had parents come out and put their 6-year-olds in the back, strap them in, and then close the door and be like, "Okay, they're going to the school." I'm like, "Not without you."
Yeah.
You know, so it ain't gonna solve the issue no matter what.
All they did was pave the path.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know what I mean? You know, at college where it's don't walk on the grass and there's this one strip that everybody walks on all the time. Well, you can keep putting up signs, you can fence it off, or you could say, oh, the hell with it, and pave it.
Right.
Because people are going to walk. That's the natural place for people to walk. I think that's kind of what Uber decided was we cannot come up with a way to not have people put their kids in the car. So let's do it and let's make money off of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it comes down to is they want to make money off of it. It's working. There are a lot of drivers who are not like me, but you know.
I think anyone that does Uber Teen should have to be fingerprinted, like you do for a lot of other stuff. I don't think you should be able to just turn on a switch. I think you should have to go down to your sheriff's department, get your fingerprints done, and all that good stuff.
I don't even think you should be able to do it. You're not trained.
Well, I don't either. But if you're
Not
going to
trained.
do it, you might as well be fingerprinted.
Dude, to be honest, the only platform out there is what is it, Hop Skip Drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only one, and you have to be a W-2 employee because then you get trained, then you're insured, then the puzzle makes sense. But it just doesn't like this. Like people are saying in the comments, like no kids ever, 100%. You know, like yes, no, that was a bad mistake ever to go down that road. And I guess, you know, that really kind of builds into everything here from this week, talking about the conclusion of Olivia Henderson is a TikTok creator, putting herself and others in danger, or at least like wrecking her life a little bit and screwing this guy's life up temporarily who will sue. People who do delivery getting attacked, riders who get attacked. That stat of 400 every 8 minutes since 2017. There's been a sexual attack. You kidding me?
That's really scary.
Like I know that if we gave you the stats and we were to say during 8 minutes globally, this many rides happen, then that stat might not feel as big, but it's big. That's big. That since 2017, every 8 minutes, if you watch every 8 minutes, you go up another one. I mean, like that's horrible. And so we always kind of say it. We always kind of say it around the holidays. You know, be safe. Watch around you. Even I mean, even as a driver, not up to somebody's house, you're at risk of people watching your car, of this, that, the other. Maybe you have maybe you do this 5 hours a week and you did some shopping for gifts. They're in the back of your car. Maybe it's not your car that's stolen. Maybe the gifts are while people are watching other people. That this is the time of year when scammers are doing things, not just calling you to try and get a number from you, but like watching you physically. What are you doing?
And they're looking for routines, right? Like they're looking to see, does this person always go out around the same time? Are they always coming back around the
or
same
are they paying
time?
attention?
Yeah,
that's
too.
a big one. Like, dude, that person's like staring at their phone, yelling. Like, you can, I don't know. We can all see the people who are morons around us. So, it's like
that's what we always say.
Too,
and I think I remember Kim mentioning this on one of the videos as well, when we were saying, when you're walking back to your car, don't have your face in your phone. You should be looking around to see what's going on around you. Don't just walk like this because you have an order coming in, or you're looking to see where that order is dropping off to, or anything like that. It's you have to be very
I never
mindful.
close out an order at night unless I'm in my car.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Because there's so many things that can go wrong. Your head's in your phone. You're trying to close out an order. Another order's coming in at the same time. And the next thing you know, you're not looking at your surroundings and the worst can possibly happen. So I never close out an order unless I'm physically in my car and doors are locked.
And while that's great advice, we know this, Kim, like if you were to walk up to a door, this sucks, because if you were to walk up to a door and you're delivering food at night and you're not closing it out for that reason, somebody pulls you in the house, assaults you or whoever, DoorDash isn't doing anything about that. They don't care that you haven't closed it out. They're not watching you. They're not like, why has she been there so long? Is she okay? They don't care. So it's like
she'll get a contract violation.
I know, but have a check and balance system. Like me and my husband have like a check and balance system. Like he knows where I'm at almost every single delivery. Like we're in constant contact, that if I don't talk to him for X amount of minutes, he's already calling me or texting me. Where are you? What's happening? Like have your own check and balance system in place.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I know that some of these apps coming into the holidays, for those of you that know, like Uber offers a feature to let a family member track you. Well, why not just launch a mapping app that isn't even ever mapping, something you're not going to be using, and share that location with your loved one, not through the Uber app.
You know what's crazy is I actually used to have this feature in Maximo, where you could go on there, you can enable it in Maximo and then share that link with whoever you wanted to, and they could track you in real time. And I think I had maybe 1% of people that used it.
Really? But why'd you take it out?
Because nobody used it. So whenever I redesigned it, I had to remove it. So because constantly sending locations, whether they use it or not, if they don't use something. Yeah.
I see. But I mean, like it is a thing. Like if you use let's say in-app for a minute. If you use in-app nav, I know most people don't, but open Waze and just don't ever put a destination and share your Waze location with your son or whatever, Kim's husband, whatever. Because I wouldn't do it through the Uber app. I would think Uber would be selling off Max's data and like they might screw up. I don't know. I just don't trust them.
Well, I think what it is, a lot of people always rely on, because all the phones now have that find my phone, find my feature. Like iPhones, you can track. You have that Life 360, things like that.
Yeah, follow me.
But I always say also, you're also responsible for your own safety, right? I'm always responsible to ensure that I'm paying attention. I'm always looking around. I'm partnering with my husband on every single delivery. Like a lot of times it's quick to blame the apps when we can also do something ourselves to prevent stuff from happening.
Yeah, I can tell you, I almost talk to my wife all day long on Discord while we're working.
Mm-hmm.
And so that way I know if something goes wrong. If she says, hey, I'll be right back doing the delivery, a couple minutes goes by and she doesn't get back on Discord, I'll call her.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny that Gary said he checks in with her. Like, doesn't she check in with you too when she's doing it?
All the time. That's what I say. We're always on Discord together, and we both run Life 360, so we know where we're always at. So
okay, so since we have Kim here tonight, before we shut it down right now, Kim, I know that you hit DoorDash when you need to with a video. You're every day you're putting out a DoorDash video or a video, but I know you earn on Instacart. I know you earn on DoorDash, but focused on DoorDash, like a lot of tonight has been, where is DoorDash in your, how do I want to say it? In your
repertoire.
Just your head, your feeling on DoorDash right now, your earnings. And I know your earnings are always good, but I mean, like, where are you at? Are you pissed? Are you okay? Are you stoked?
I don't say I'm never, like, I'm not a person that gets pissed, so I don't say that's the case. They're still my top earner. I always say, and I've said this for years, is they make me the most amount of money. I just don't always agree with their business practices and what they stand for. So there's money to be made in a lot of these markets. I still make money in my own market. It's just, you have to know what you're getting yourself into and go into it with eyes wide open and talk about the problems. And because of that, then if you know what you're getting yourself into, you kind of know what the situation is and how much money you can potentially make on the app. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Does your market, I'm guessing no, does your market, only 5 or 10 do at this point, but does your market have Dash now for everyone all the time yet?
No. No, I don't have on time right yet. I don't have everybody having Dash now. I don't have any of that yet.
Yeah. I know that on the 5th, they rolled out 5 cities and they rolled out another 5. Then the first 5 was Orlando. I had a guy from TikTok on this week who's a big guy over on TikTok. And we were talking about it. And he's like, now it's just everybody's everywhere. But I said, but oversaturation can fix it quicker than these apps because some people just bounce quicker.
Yeah. I mean, I know it like the back of my hand. I'm still full-time. I'm still putting in my hours every single week. That hasn't changed. So it's just a matter of what app is going to follow. I always say too, follow the money. Whatever app's giving me the money, that's what I'm working and getting what I can when I get it. And
well, you have to do a certain amount of Instacart to keep your
300 per quarter.
Oh, that's a lot.
Okay.
That's a
It
lot.
is a lot on Instacart. It's a lot. So I'm diamond on Instacart. I'm platinum on DoorDash.
Are you like crawling to 300 when you get it? Yeah. You barely dude, I'm not gonna
like
get
I last quarter I was going to that finish line, but I made it. But it's a balance. But in order to reap the benefits of Instacart, it's almost like you need to be a diamond to see some of those bigger shops. So it's
I don't know. I get very close too. I'm only like 299 away every time. Very close.
I don't have 300 Instacarts total.
I probably don't either.
So, and I've been on it since 2021.
I've been on it since 2017.
So that speaks volumes. But you guys, we won't be here next week. That's a wrap for this week. Got some fun things planned for the last 3 weeks. We do have Kim for another one too. But 3 weeks going into December. Next week is Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, panel. Thank you, all chats. And I know it was confusing. I think I might do a little altering because I saw people popping into the vertical. I was trying to watch this, the vertical to the horizontal. People were a little confused tonight. And I saw it yesterday and Rideshare Guys too, or Tuesday. And so I think I'll still record it, but I might unlist it because it doesn't pull the community together. It's just kind of weird. But anyway, I wanted to try it. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll be back. We'll have a lot of fun on December 4th. And until then, be safe, earn smart, and
kindness is always free.
There you go. That's it.
Hey, we missed it.